On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur with 239 people on board, heading for Beijing. But less than 40 minutes after departure, something happened. The plane stopped responding. Its transponder went silent. And within moments, MH370 vanished from civilian radar. Oh, distress call. No emergency message. Just silence. What followed became the largest and most expensive search in aviation history. Yet after years of investigation, the truth behind MH370 remains one of the greatest mysteries of our time. Tonight, we revisit the timeline, the evidence, and the theories behind an event that still haunts millions. The disappearance of Flight MH370. Flight MH370 began like any routine flight. A clear night, a familiar route, and an aircraft trusted by millions around the world, the Boeing 777. On board were 239 passengers and crew, families returning home, students heading back to school, and tourists ready for a new journey. Nothing in the hours before takeoff gave any sign of trouble. At 12:41 a.m., MH370 lifted off the runway in Kuala Lumpur, climbing steadily toward its cruising altitude. The flight was scheduled to land in Beijing just before sunrise, but somewhere between Malaysia and Vietnam airspace, the routine ended, and a mystery began, one that would confuse investigators, spark countless theories, and leave the world searching for answers that never came. At 1:19 a.m., MH370 made its final voice transmission. The co-pilot spoke calmly to Malaysian air traffic control, saying, "Good night, Malaysian 370. It was a routine handoff from Malaysian to Vietnamese airspace." Nothing in his tone suggested distress or confusion. But those 7 words would become the last ever heard from Flight MH370. Just 2 minutes later, at 1:21 a.m., the aircraft's transponder went dark. The signal that identifies the plane, its altitude, and its position disappeared. Vietnamese controllers attempted to contact the flight. Malaysia attempted the same. MH370 did not respond. For the first time, something was clearly wrong, but no one yet understood the scale of the disaster. What investigators didn't know until much later was that MH370 had not crashed in the South China Sea. Military radar revealed something shocking. After losing contact, the plane made a sharp turn to the left, reversing its course entirely, and headed back toward Malaysia. The maneuver was deliberate, controlled, and precise. MH370 was still flying, but in a direction no one could explain. The aircraft crossed the entire Malaysian peninsula in complete radio silence. It passed near Penang, the hometown of Captain Zahari Shah, a detail that sparked numerous theories. But the flight never attempted to land, never contacted any airport. It simply continued west, toward the open ocean. For nearly 7 more hours, MH370 continued flying. Although no one could see it, satellites detected automated handshakes, signals showing the aircraft was still powered, still moving. The final ping was recorded at 8:19 a.m., deep over the southern Indian Ocean, one of the most remote and dangerous stretches of water on Earth. And after that moment, all traces of MH370 were gone forever. As investigators pieced together MH370's final hours, several troubling details emerged. Clues that deepened the mystery rather than solving it. As investigators pieced together MH370's final hours, several troubling details emerged. Clues that deepened the mystery rather than solving it. First, the transponder and ACARS, the systems that broadcast the aircraft's identity and data, were turned off manually. These switches are located inside the cockpit and cannot be disabled accidentally. Second, the flight remained on a controlled, intentional path for hundreds of kilometers. This was not the movement of a damaged aircraft drifting aimlessly. Someone was in control, at least for part of the journey. Third, the route took the aircraft near Penang, the hometown of Captain Zahari Shah. Some investigators believed this suggested emotional intent, though no evidence of wrongdoing was ever proven. And finally, there was no distress call, no emergency signal, and no communication of any kind. For a modern aircraft to vanish without a single message is almost impossible. These red flags raised more questions than answers, and opened the door to theories that still divide experts to this day. One of the most discussed theories is deliberate action from inside the cockpit. The sharp turnback and stable flight path suggests someone was still controlling the aircraft. Investigators found a similar flight route on the captain's home simulator, though its meaning remains debated. No evidence proves intentional wrongdoing, but this theory has never been ruled out. Another theory is that MH370 was hijacked. 2 passengers used stolen passports, but Interpol later ruled out terrorism. No group claimed responsibility, and no demands were made. The silence surrounding the flight keeps this theory open. Some experts believe a sudden loss of cabin pressure caused everyone on board to lose consciousness. The plane may have continued on autopilot until it ran out of fuel. But this does not explain the deliberate turnback over Malaysia. Another possibility is a fire or mechanical failure that disabled communication systems. However, a major fire would not allow the aircraft to stay airborne for nearly 7 hours. This theory remains possible, but unlikely. None of these theories provide a complete answer, and that's why MH370 remains a mystery. After years of international search efforts, MH370 has never been found. More than 120,000 square kilometers of ocean were scanned, making it the most expensive search in aviation history. A few pieces of debris believed to be from the aircraft have washed ashore in Africa and the Western Indian Ocean, but none have revealed what truly happened. In 2018, the official investigation concluded without a clear explanation. Today, the case remains open, and Malaysia has stated that the search may resume if credible new evidence emerges. A decade has passed since MH370 vanished, and yet the world remains without answers. No wreckage found, no explanation confirmed, and no closure for the families who still wait. In an age of satellites, global tracking, and advanced aviation technology, a modern aircraft disappearing completely should be impossible. And yet, it happened. The mystery of MH370 continues to haunt investigators, pilots, and millions of people around the world. So the question remains, what really happened on that night? And perhaps someone out there still holds a piece of the truth?